Hello and welcome to my channel. It is April the 14th, 2021, and we're going to still talk about police. Yes, those wonderful people that keep us safe. We call when we have an issue to defuse situations. But this is going to be a different take. Normally I am pro cop, and I'm still pro cop, but I also feel that a lot of the leeway I give cops comes at a cost. And that cost is throwing the book at them when they screw up. And yes, I am talking about the recent mistake that this cop made. No other than the cop in Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis. That's right. The police officer who killed Dwante Wright will face second degree manslaughter charges. And that is actually holding the cops accountable. Yeah, I understand there's people out there that says no, it should be first degree. Send her to the chair. But we don't live in that society. We actually have due process, and the punishment must meet the crime. Now, some could argue that the Mr. Wright didn't get the same opportunities, and I could 100% agree with them. I understand that their frustration, but however, police accountability does go a long way. But according to the story from the Washington Post, Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis, former police officer who shot and killed Dwante White this week will be charged with second degree manslaughter. Washington County Attorney Pete Orpett said Wednesday. Kim Potter, the former officer, resigned Tuesday from the Brooklyn Center Police Department amid outrage over she shot right during a traffic stop 2 days earlier. The incident was captured on the body-worn camera, and it set off days of riots, unrest, and protests. Call it a protest. Or not call it a protest. Call it a riot. Stop covering for these people. It is a riot. They're looting. They're rioting. Just call it unrest. Anyways, off of my tangent. Riots and protests in the region already on the edge during the ongoing murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Second degree manslaughter is one of the counts that Chauvin was charged with. Over the last year, the video emerged him pinning, yeah, who cares? I mean, yeah, people do care, but this has no part, really has no part into the story other than it's happening. This right here is all you really needed to write. Potter was taken into custody by agents with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehensions at 11:30 a.m. Wednesday. She was booked at the Hennepin County Jail just afternoon, according to jail records. The charge against Potter is relatively unusual, as police who shoot and kill people are rarely charged. Well, because it's the reason why it's rarely charged because it's usually deemed a justifiable shooting, and it's clearly that this was not a justifiable shooting. She did not escalate with the appropriate use of force. I mean, I understand that she made a mistake by grabbing her service weapon when she should have been pulling her taser, but that act alone is the reason why she's being charged, or at least I like to think that's the reason she's being charged, and not a bunch of cowards um, caving into the public demand. But anyways, I am all for about police accountability. It doesn't matter why or how it happened. Well, why does matter, but the fact that she's being held accountable is a win. While the shooting took place in Hennepin County, the county attorney there sent the case to Orpett's office in Washington County as a part of an agreement to have prosecutor investigate police shootings in other jurisdictions to avoid appearance of conflicts of interest, which is definitely interesting. Some would argue that it doesn't go far enough, but I'm not going to be one of those people. An attorney believed to be Representative Potter did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The Washington County Attorney previously said that he would explain his decision to the Wright family before announcing it to the public. Wright family has stated that they will be unsatisfied with anything short of murder charges against Potter. Prosecute them, and they would prosecute them like they would prosecute us. Nisha Wright, the victim aunt, said on the Tuesday news conference, "We want the highest justice." How about just straight up justice? I mean, I get that they're being emotional. Brent Kemp, an attorney for the Wright family, they already have an attorney. Brent Crump, an attorney for the Wright family, likened Potter's shooting of the 20-year-old man to an execution and expressed disbelief that Potter, a 26-year veteran of policing, could allegedly mistake a gun for a taser. I mean, it happens. It's tragic. There's a lot of stories out there, I'm pretty sure I could pull up. While we appreciate the district attorney pursuing justice for Daunte, no convictions can give the Wright family their loved ones back, which is true. He's gone. The life is gone. There's no turning back from that. I want to say this is no accident. This was intentional, deliberate, and unlawful use of force. I mean, that's why we have court cases. We're going to deem whether it was an accident or not. I mean, the defense is going to have a hard time getting her off of charges. Her arrest makes Porter one of the rare police officers to face criminal charges for shooting someone while on duty. Police officers are rarely prosecuted for fatally shooting people. Officers shoot and kill about 1,000 people a year, according to the Washington Post database. Most of these people are unarmed. I just want to put a pin on that one. Just because most of the people were armed. Never mind. I misread. I can't read. That's on me. The vast majority of the shootings were deemed justifiable, and only a small portion of the officers faced charges in such cases. Prosecutors also have found police difficult to convict, as such one cases moved to a courtroom. Most police officers charged with murder or manslaughter or fatally shooting people are not convicted, which is true. I mean, they got to go up the case, and sometimes the direction that the case makes. And also, there is a bias through juries who actually deems police officers to be the pillar of the community that they should be, but sometimes pillars falter and should be held accountable. So they kind of have an argument here, don't get me wrong. I can kind of see their argument and how the optics do not look well for that. And in cases where officers are convicted, often on lesser charges. Because usually the lesser charges is negligent and manslaughter, opposed to first degree or second degree, where people actually go and intend to kill. Not only that, they try to defer or deter other criminals from making the same path, so they make the charges really higher. Because it's very rare for cops. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could probably list thousands and thousands of cases where cops are corrupt, but it's the understanding that they're usually not corrupt. And it's usually just one or two bad apples. The reasons experts say are often consistent from the case to case, including police have significant legal latitude to use of force, including deadly force, and are viewed as trustworthy by judges and juries. The defense attorneys also represent the officers, though they say they wonder whether the public criticism of the police and the spat of viral videos showing them use force could be chipping away at that. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with saying cops are trustworthy by the judges and juries if that was the actual case. I understand that video proof to show otherwise is very damning, but we should hold these people as pillars as our community. They're kind of like the guardians that keep our neighborhoods safe. But however, I'm under the belief as much leeway we give them when they do screw up, we should actually charge them with a different type of charge not same as a civilian, but a different type of charge that actually has more weight to it, where they can no longer be a cop if they're convicted on like a manslaughter charge. They can't even be a security guard. That's how life changing it should be, in my opinion. And the punishment should be more severe. So let's say if it was manslaughter, let's say it serves like a 10-year prison sentence. Let's make it 15 or 20 years. Um, no room for parole. Just kind of make it. I think they should be held to a higher standard. Is pretty much what I'm saying. Let's see, how much longer is this? Yeah, I think we kind of get the gist. She turned herself in. It's going to be viewed in the court of law, and we're holding police accountable, which is always a good thing. I kind of question the reason why. So hopefully they're not caving to the pressure of riots destroying their cities. But however, we do need more police accountability. With that, leave a comment down below what your thoughts are. Whether you agree with me or you think I'm a moron, doesn't matter. Smash the like and subscribe button on all platforms. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.